everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Jets going up against the Patriots.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets. Fighting through, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Peterman on first down. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On second down, here's Peterman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Peterman on second down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third down, Peterman out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So fourth down. Here's Peterman. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on 4th and 2. 56 yards. Throwing now, Peterman on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Dumps it off to Lewis. Muscling free near the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Brady now on first down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out till you run.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
And then that's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. Caught. Seferian-Jenkins, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll throw on first down with Peterman. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Peterman. Incomplete over the middle. Seferian-Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. first down, Peterman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Second down, Peterman. Buying time to his left. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean with an X? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 18-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Hogan escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Hogan now. He'll buy some time right. And now another one thrown incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Now Brady throwing on second down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Brandon Cooks, the 30. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Hoyer. His throw incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
On 1st and 10, Hogan flushed out right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Let's go!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. Brady to throw on second down. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Throwing on first down is Brady. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Powell. And down he'll go at the 25. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 82 yards. And the Patriots continue to roll.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's the linebacker, Shea McClellan, with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. That'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first two downs. It brings up a key third down.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. On second down, here's Brady.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Randy Gregory able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Brady going to throw. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right around the 31. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Lewis has the first down and then some. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Patriots are pouring it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Brooks Reed in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
All right, here we go. Green, 30 seconds.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Risky. It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's the linebacker, Shea McClellan, with a pick. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And
he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dion Lewis, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And New York set to take the field. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play...
And a loose football. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Complete out right to Kurz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, it's Lewis. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Brady gives this one to Lewis. A beautiful fake. And some space here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Safarian Jenkins has it. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brooks Reed in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Powell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Jets on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's